Amitabha, welcome to this Humanistic Prism study group. We will start with Refuge the Triple Jump. Let's have fun join, everyone. Sakyamuni Buddha Namo Sakyamuni Buddha Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Auspicious greeting. I'm so grateful to have Venerable Chuan with us today. She's my teacher since when I was in Buddhist college. I'm so grateful to have her. We have to thank the technology because after many years, we're still able to look back and then find her. And she's now in Singapore. And we have members here from Malaysia also. And then most of us are from Philippines. We have Cebu, Manila, and also we have Peter from Taichung, Taiwan. I'd like to pass the floor now to Master Chechen. Thank you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, Venerable, we can.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Auspicious greetings to all of you. And thank you very much to Venerable Yoling for inviting me to have these sessions with all of you. So I think how many years ago, 4 years ago, I did visited, 4 or 5 years ago, I did visited Philippines and have a course with the Buddhist college student, I think, we call it Buddhist college student, and also with some of the devotees in Philippines. And now in these sessions, have these sessions with all of you. So we call this, in Chinese, we call 因缘, a good condition, cause and conditions that we meet each other from Singapore, from Philippines, from Malaysia, from Taiwan. And so today I'm here, and Venerable Yoling, she has I think it's every month, right? Every month there's a study group, and she invited different venerables to share with all of you their point of view in the study group. So since this is a study group, this is not a public talk. So let's have a chit chat rather than I keep on talking. Okay, so we interact with each other, and if you have any comments or any questions, please raise it up. If you have questions, it's not necessary for me to answer the questions. If anybody have their own point of view or comments, you can share it out as well. Okay, so my topic for today. Before we talk about the topic, do you have a cup of water in front of you? Water. Let's have at least a cup of water. When you want to drink water, please go ahead and drink it. If you want to eat anything, please go ahead and eat it. Then we start our chit chat. So let me drink some water first. Okay. So for today's topic is about unrighteous generosity, right? So why do you choose this topic called unrighteous generosity? Why didn't you choose righteous generosity? Venerable Yoling, why do you choose this topic called unrighteous generosity rather than righteous generosity?
We are just following the topic.
How come you use a term, use "and" rather than a positive wordings? Most of us, when we set a topic, we will say that, okay, right view, right action. We seldom set as "and" something. But this time we set as "and" something. So in a way is that we are looking certain thing in another side of the coin, right? We always say that, we have to go straight. We have to, everything is a middle path, or everything has to be positive. But now we're having this topic is something, unrighteous. So we're looking in the other side of the coin. We are looking in other directions rather than a directions that we always say something is good, something has to be do in this way. But again, what is so-called something has to? What does it mean that something has to? Is there something called it must do in this way? It must. So this is something to voice it out here and think about it. So when we call unrighteous, so let me ask you folks, what does it mean by unrighteous? What is, when you look at this term, unrighteous, what is your first thoughts? What is called unrighteous? The definition.
Maybe
something
improper.
Yes.
Again?
Improper.
Improper. Okay. You call UB or UBI?
Ube.
Ube, you have something to say?
Similar to Erwin, something unrighteous is something
Not appropriate.
yeah, not appropriate. Yeah.
But what is not appropriate? This not appropriate is quite broad. So can we narrow down what is called not appropriate?
Maybe something that is not logical.
Not logical.
Yeah.
If I do something good to you, is it logical?
Yes.
If I do
For
something
me,
good to you,
if
so
it's,
let's go ahead.
if it's done to me and I think it is good, then for me it's logical.
Okay. Lillian, you have something to say.
Yes, if it is something that brings benefit to people, then it is called righteous. If it doesn't bring benefit to people, it is not. It is unrighteous.
Yes, this is very specific. This is specific, right? Agree? Agree, yeah? Yeah, some things that bring benefit or something that lets somebody actually able to get the help. So I use an example. Let me start with the venerable first. Okay, with the venerable us first. A lot of people would like to donate money to the venerable, right? Donate money to the venerable. Do you think that this is a righteous action to a practitioner, or is a unrighteous actions to a practitioner? Donating money to the venerable. Do you think that is a righteous or unrighteous?
I think it's righteous because
Righteous.
you know that it will go to good hands, and it will be used in a righteous manner.
Okay.
Sifu,
Yes, hi.
if it's to the venerable, I think it's not righteous. If it's to the temple, because the temple is composed of the Sangha, so if you offer it to the temple, I think it becomes righteous because it's for everybody in the temple.
How about the others? Okay, let me share with you. During the Buddha's time, the monastic, the venerables, they do alms round. Alms round means that we have a bowl, we go to people's house, and people will donate food to us. Food to us. And then life is quite simple. But there was some situation whereby the devotees will go to the Buddha and complain to the Buddha. You know what they complain? Because when the monks go to alms round, the donors, they give the monk. I believe that most of you know that monastic, we did not require to be a vegetarian. It's not in our precepts. For a monastic, vegetarian is not in our precepts. So when we go alms round, whatever people give it to us, we have to eat. It's because of Chinese Buddhism. There's a reason behind. That's why we become a vegetarian. But basically, it's not in our precepts. So they goes for alms round, and somebody donate the fish, put into the bowl and give it to the monk. And the monk look at the fish and say that, how come the fish so few? You should give me more. And how come today's fish is this type of fish? You should give me other type of fish. So it's supposed to be simple, right? We're supposed to practice, have a simple life, and we're supposed to do the alms round, which is correct. But ends up, the donors get a little bit, how come the monks keeps asking for more and also special type of food? So they went to the Buddha and said that, Buddha, I thought that as a practitioner, a monk's supposed to lead a simple life with as less craving as possible, right? Less desire as possible. But now the monks, they will ask for what type of food they want. So the Buddha says that, okay, let me set these rules. So monks, when you go to a house, you cannot say that I want to request for what type of food, I want to request how much will be the quantity. So there is a precepts in our precepts. The same thing is a generosity action, but ends up if the receiver unable to control their desire, then the donors have to have the wisdom on helping the receiver not to create more desire. So donation to the venerable, again, we receive the donation for our daily expenses. We need to have food. We need to pay the bills. As what you say is that for the temple, right? We need to pay the bills. We need to do maintenance. We need to have food. We need to maintain the temple, including our body. But if the donation too much, then we have to think about it is that when we talk about generosity and righteous, sometimes righteous, we thought is righteous, but we might indirectly create some other further issue. So in Buddhism, we are very concerned about one thing is called what? Wisdom, prajna. Doing charity, generosity, we need to have wisdom. And also, will this donation or this helping bring burden to that person? Okay, bring burden to that person. So let me ask you a question again. Since we talk about burden, generosity, we help other people, we want to give food to other people. Do you think that what you want to give to that person is really what that person wants? We always say that, okay, I want to give something to that person. So it's very kind, which is right. We want to give something to a person. But did we ever thought of whether this thing is something that this person's needed, wanted, or what I give become a burden to that person? Do you ever experience this before? Anybody would like to share that I want to give, but I don't know whether should I give or I just don't care, I give. And whether that person's were happy or not happy, appreciate or not appreciate, I don't care. I just give. Have you ever have this experience before? You be, yes.
Shifu, for me, I don't have that experience because usually when I want to give, I usually consider the other party, what the other party would need, or it's not, I don't give for the sake of being able to give because it removes the essence of that giving.
Okay.
So I don't have that predicament.
Good, smart. Yes.
you.
Yeah, but sorry, before I continue with the topic, I forget something because I realized that people are coming in gradually, and it seems like it's already more or less stopped people not coming in already. So since we have this opportunity to see each other, which I might not have this opportunity to see you again in future. So I would like all of you to give a brief introductions about yourself and where you come from. Okay? Yeah. So I will say out your name and then you repeat your name again and let me know where you comes from and what is your relationship with the temple or anything, but make it short. Okay? So the persons beside me is Peter from Taiwan, I think.
Hello, Venerable. Hello, everyone. Can I be heard?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm originally from Taiwan. I immigrated to New Zealand. There I was introduced to Po Guangsan, and then I finished university and went to Australia, and again went to the Po Guangsan there. And there I came back to Taiwan, and I had the great fortune to see a post by Brother Irwin that posted about this group. So without hesitation, I joined, and it's been a pleasure since. Thank you.
Good. Good. Thank you very much. You've been travel around and you still stick with Fo Guangshan Temple. Very good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. The persons beside Peter is Yu Bei. Did I pronounce it right?
Hi,
Hopefully.
Shafu. I am Ube. I'm from Manila. And my mother is the one that is very active in Fo Guangshan. And but we grew up also visiting the temple. And I'm a practicing Catholic, but I'm learning Buddhism. And I find the classes every Wednesday to help me understand Buddhism more. And there are many parallels between Jesus' teaching and Buddha's wisdom. And I really find it a blessing to be part of these classes every Wednesday night.
Great, great, great. Okay, thank you, Ube. The persons beside Ube is Lilian.
Thank you, Venerable, and auspicious blessings to all the Venerables here and all the brothers and sisters. I am Lilian from Malaysia. In fact, the central of Malaysia, center part of Malaysia. And I'm a volunteer of one of the Buddhist temple in Petaling Jaya. And also I am a member of Plea Malaysia chapter.
Oh, good, good. Thank you very much. And below Lilian is CE. I need to wear my glasses. Now old already.
Odds. Odds or
Hello, yes, that's my Dharma name. CE is my Dharma name, and Odd Chauffeur is my regular name. I'm from Cebu, Chuun Temple, and I've been with the temple since 2012, I think. Volunteered, invited by Venerable Yulin to design for Siddhartha, and I volunteered. And up to now, still working with them. And because of the good causes and conditions of meeting the venerables and having entered the temple, I was able to take the triple gem vow triple gem, the 5 precepts, and even very lucky to have taken the Bodhisattva vows in Kaohsiung in 2016, I think. So I'm hoping to learn more from all of you, and thank you, Sifu, for enlightening us, for joining us today.
Okay.
Amitabha.
Thank you. Amitabha. And the persons besides CE is, do I pronounce as Jose? Right.
Right, that's Jose.
Right. Because I stayed in Los Angeles before. So we have a lot of people from Mexico. Yeah, right. So I know that J-O is Jose.
Okay.
Please.
I am from Cebu. I joined the Chuon Temple about perhaps about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I went there to explore the philosophy, and I find it very practical, and it works for me. So I
Good.
I uh, I I and odds and decided to contribute our time
Mm.
with the temple, and the only way I could think of is teach Tai Chi,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
that's how I get involved in
Okay. Okay, good.
good.
Thank you very much. Yes, good. Thank you, Jose. And I don't know why the screen keep on changing, but I know that besides Jose is Audrey.
Who's
Is
that
it Audrey?
again?
I mean, besides you is Audrey.
Audrey.
Audrey. Okay, Audrey. Audrey, you want to say a few words?
Good evening, Sherfu. Good evening, everyone. I'm Audrey Lim. I'm from Mabuhay Temple in Manila. I first joined Folk Shan way back 2015, but I was not that active at that time. And aside from the prayers, I would really want to understand Buddhism more because at home, since I was young, the practice at home has been the combination of Taoism and Buddhism, and I was so confused. So I chose to focus on Buddhism because I find it very it's very liberating in a way because it somehow gives me the confidence that I can understand myself instead of following such traditions that I don't even understand. And Buddhism somehow with Fo Guangshan, I find it easier to understand, though I'm not yet. I'm still learning. That's why I joined this English class this year only, June. It
Mhm.
was just that time I found out that there was an English class
Mhm.
that Fo Guangshan organized.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. The other person, Rabbi Yo Hui. Yes, I never met with Rabbi Yo Hui before. I don't think we met before. Good to see you. Okay, yes. You want to say a few words?
I'm okay.
Yeah, okay, okay. They know you. Okay, they know you. Okay. So the persons beside Rabbi Yo Hui is Erwin.
Omito Fosifo, and good evening to everyone. I am currently the advisor for Cebu chapter. And like everyone else, I'm still learning despite starting to learn Buddhism way back in 2005. So I'm very appreciative of this weekly class with the support of Venerable Yolin and many other masters who did this group. The discussion, even sometimes even if the topic is, you thought it's simple, but because of the discussion, you learn something deeper and something more that you can apply in your life. So thank you for this class.
Okay, okay, thank you. And the next person is Paul.
Hi, Venerable. Hi, everyone. Omitofo. Hi, my name is Paul. I'm from Cebu as well, with Kuya Erwin, Kuya Odge, Kuya Jose. I started with the temple back in 2014, I think, 2013, 2014. I was looking for a meditation class. So I just Googled, then looked for a nearby place where there was meditation. Then Kuya Erwin, there was on the Facebook page. So I just messaged him, then they invited me, then that's where it started. But my experience with Buddhism started back in 2012. I think I was in Hong Kong, with the great Buddha statue. I forgot the name of the island. Then there was a small path there with the Heart Sutra engraved on the wood. So I kind of picked my interest on what this Heart Sutra meant. So then I started reading more about Buddhism, and now 8 years, 9 years, I'm still learning a lot, and it's really interesting and really inspiring. And it's good to have this weekly class. I work graveyard, so I wasn't able to join the meditation classes for maybe a year or two, but because of the online class, thanks to technology, I'm able to join the study group again. All right.
Good. Sometimes this COVID-19 caused a lot of problem to all of us, but also it creates some new cause and conditions in all ways. Okay. The next person is Mei Ling. Zhong Mei Ling.
Xiang Sifu and all venerables, brothers and sisters also. I'm Lani Zhong Mei Ling. I'm from North Sumatra, Indonesia, Medan. Yeah. And I joined this class because I just know that we have the English preparation class for the English BLA 2021 Global Buddhist exam. And then after that one, I almost join every Wednesday whenever that I have time, and then when we don't have any of the Tape Chan or everything's in the temples. So I'm still learning, and then I'm also one of the BLA members for 7 years around that one. So I'm still in the process of learning, and then thank you for the opportunity for letting me to talk.
Good.
Thank
you. Thank you. And we have a new person called Peter, right? Did Peter just talk or no?
Finish.
Peter, did he talk just now? No, right?
Finish already.
Finish already. Peter finished already. Okay. The other person is Jay Lim. Who is Jay Lim?
Shefu.
Where are you?
Shefu Jay Lim is my cousin.
Oh, Jay Lim is your cousin.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Okay.
Jay Lim, can you say a few words? Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Julie. Ube is my cousin, and my mom was a member of a BLIA in Iloilo, but she passed on in 2018. That's all.
Okay, good. Okay, and CC. Did CC talk just now? Who is CC? CC not in. Okay, then I will jump to the next person's called Michi Look. Michi. Jixiang.
I'm Michi. Actually, I'm just new from Pokangsan. The one who is very active there is my mom and my younger sister. So I only started last year, during pandemic. And that's the time I started learning about Pokangsan.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Always start with talking to the venerables, learning from the beginning is always good. But build a good foundation. Build a good foundation. Okay, the other person is Lyra, Lyra. This person's called Lyra, Lyra. Anybody know her? Don't know? Or know him? Don't know? Okay, never mind. So there's a CC, there's a Lyra iPhone, nobody knows. Okay, the next person is, I don't know how to, Daryl, yeah, Daryl.
Auspicious greetings, venerables, Dharma brothers and sisters. I am Daryl Nacion de Singaño, a pioneer graduate of Dongming College. In 2000, a pioneer graduate of Dongming College from Bachelor Performing Arts in Dance. I am also part of Siddhartha the Musical since 2018. And right now, since we are not allowed to travel and to perform, I am a licensed financial advisor, an English teacher, and also a sales representative, real estate sales representative. I am still connected with the temple, with Mabuhay Temple, with Venerable Miao Jing, with Nantian Institute. I attend every Sunday mindful check-in with Venerable Jue Wei. And I'm working on a meditation class with one of my dance teachers. I am working with Venerable Miao Jing. We are in the middle of a mountain and we will teach meditation to people who will visit and enroll the class. So I'm so grateful to be part of this mindful Wednesday Dharma service, and I'm looking forward for more guest venerables, for more guest speakers, and for more learnings here. Have Omitofo.
Okay, good, good, good. You do a lot of things. You make yourself occupied, which is good. Yeah. So let's back to our topic. Again, good to know all of you. So we continue our topic about the unrighteous generosity. So just now we talk about when you want to give something to other people. Do you ever thought of whether this thing, that person's really need it? Really need it. Let me share with you. I was in North America for about 15 years. And I've been in the East Coast of North America. East Coast means the place that have snow, 4 seasons snow. So because very, very cold, right? Besides having the coat, we also have something we call it the inner wear. And I think in Singapore called long john or something, whereby this clothing is that it's very thin, but when you wear in, it will create the heat from our body heat. So it's very helpful. But my first 5 years when I was in Toronto, I received 30 donation, 30, more than 30, this type of long john from the devotees. Yeah, 30. So they're really good because they really care about us. I'm from an Asian country, right? I'm originated from Singapore. I went to Taiwan, hot. So when I was in LA, it's not so cold. It's still cold during the winter, but it's not so cold. But when I transferred to Toronto, it's under about 20 something Celsius, minus 20 Celsius during the winter. So when they give it to me, I will receive and receive and receive. And one day I said, how come I got so many? Yeah. So this is something that I was thinking, is that the devotees, they really, really care for us. They really protect the triple gem, right? We are the Sangha. They really protect us. However, when they donate this to us, we have to accept as a monastic because we need to transfer the merits to the donors, and also we deeply appreciate their donations to us. But ends up is that I have 30 long john. So this is something when I transferred to Boston, then I talked to the devotees. I say that basically, as a monastic, when the devotees, the member, donate anything to us, we need to deeply appreciate, we need to transfer the merits to them, and we need to receive the thing that donate by the donors. But I share with my Boston, the devotees, I say that, but let's think in another way, is that when the devotees do a donation, is it possible for you to check with the venerables? Is there anything that you short of? Yeah. So at least that it's not the venerable says that I only want this, I only want this. We're not supposed to do so. But at least to check is that, oh, venerables, I want to buy you a sweater or something. Then the venerable will say that, oh, I have this already. Then probably you can have other type of donation. So in Boston, I have a devotee that work in the, we call it what? The Whole Food. She worked in the Whole Food, and she has a lot of benefit. So one of the benefit is that she can have a voucher and buy a lot of what? Toothpaste, a lot of different type of toothpaste. So every time she will use the voucher and change the toothpaste, and she will give it to me, is that, Shifu, I give this to you. And every time she'll give me a lot. So I was thinking, in that case, is that I asked her, I said, are you willing to buy more toothpaste? You can find ways to buy more toothpaste. And she asked me why. I said that since you have this channel to get more toothpaste, right? You buy more toothpaste, I bring all this toothpaste back to Shilai Temple, which is in Los Angeles, the headquarters in North America. We have a Sangha offering every year in July. So about 70 venerables from all around North America will go back to Los Angeles. And I say that you have all this toothpaste, you try to get more toothpaste as according to your voucher, and I'll bring back to LA. I put on the desk and you do these offerings to all the Sangha. Don't just donate to one venerable, donate to a lot of venerables. So she said, I never thought of that. I thought of only my venerable in Boston. I said, no, you have to think about other venerables. So always think in a wise way and always think of what can I give it to these persons that benefit these persons rather than a burden to these persons. So I don't know whether in Philippines, do you all have this celebration of Sangha offering? I don't know about that. But in North America, every year, we will have to return to Shilai Temple in Los Angeles. And at that time, the devotees in Los Angeles, they will donate the money to the venerables for us to buy our daily usage. So again, whether it become a burden. Okay? Before I shift to another topic, we stop to talk about the venerable. I want to move to another topic. Any comments from you? Do you ever donate to venerable? Do you guys ever give something to the venerable before? My suggestion to you is that if you can offer to the venerable, regardless of small things or big things. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, is that you have to think whether this is something that the Shifu needed. Another thing is that if you can do the offering, will be good because it's one of the cultivation of merits in building good relationship, affinity. So even a offering of a pen, an offering of something, if you can do some offering, which is good for yourself. But if you don't do offering, that's fine too. Yeah, that's fine too. Because generosity offering has to be from the heart. It's not something a responsibility. It's something is from your heart. So remember, something is offering is not a responsibility. Offering is from your heart. So this is one thing. Somebody raised the hand just now.
Hi, Shirfu. Daryl.
Yes.
Shirfu. Daryl. I would like to add, Shirfu, because I stayed in Mabuhay Temple during my Guangming College days for more than 4 years. So every time there's a Dharma service, there is prayer. So we are always there. Our former president, Dr. Helen V. Correa, encouraged us to give apart from material things and apart from money is also to give words, to give encouragement. We should not limit our generosity to material things. We should, Shifu, sinkula like that. So, Shifu, you did a great job. So, like, for example, we had a conference or a venerable from Taiwan or from other countries visited Mabuhay Temple. Shifu, the venerable is well accommodated. She got very delicious food, something like that. So we also give praises. We also give compliments to the venerables, and they would really appreciate it. I have met a lot of venerables in Taiwan, in US, in Brazil during the Siddhartha tour. And they're really happy whenever they hear us from Philippines speak Chinese. They really appreciate, oh, ni hang pang, wow, you can speak Chinese. Like Chinese is a very difficult language, but still you can speak. Ah, 师傅，我们的大学教我们4年教我们中文, something like that. So they'll get to be appreciative. They'll get to be happy. So I think apart from material things, our words our words are very powerful as a tool or as a material to also give, not only to the venerables but also to the Dharma brothers and sisters, to our classmates, to our co-workers. So
Yes. And you help me to lead to my second area that I would like to discuss is what? The generosity of wording and face expression. Generosity of wordings and face expression. So since our discussion is about unrighteous generosity, so what are the unrighteous generosity of wordings and face expression? Unrighteous. Just now, mentioned about say that, oh, you are amazing, 辛苦, 师父辛苦了. Okay, so this is good because what you're giving people a comfort, you give people encouragement. But now I want to go a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper is what? When we say this, is it just from the mouth or from the heart? It's easy to say something, but is it really comes from our heart? It really comes from our heart. So in Buddhism is you can call it a philosophy, you can call it a culture, you can call it a religion, but there's something good about Buddhism is a cultivation of mind and heart. It's a cultivation of mind and heart. So when we do anything, when we say anything, when we do anything, when we say anything, when we think of anything, we have to, in a way, to do a reflection to ourselves is it something that from my heart, or is just because of us, what we call it, I don't like to use this entertaining, but rather is a surface type of courtesy. It's good to be courtesy. It's good to be courtesy. But if we go a little bit deeper, is that when I say a word about 师父辛苦了, it's really from my heart say that 师父辛苦了, so I want to help a little bit, or even if I can't help, I feel that the 师父 really 辛苦了. So this is one thing. So unrighteous speech, unrighteous action. Again, just I mentioned is that it will bring harm to others. Same thing is that unrighteous generosity of smile. If it's not sincere, people can feel it. Unrighteous generosity of saying good words. Some people can feel it that this is not, you just say it because you think that, okay, I'm going to just say it, but it's not from your heart. So what I'm saying is that we still have to say good words, have good thoughts. But when we learn Buddhism, we have steps. We should keep on upgrading ourselves. So we have to, of course, we have to start with the beginning is that we have to cultivate on the goodness. But after cultivating this goodness and we start to have these goodness habits and thoughts, we should move ourselves, upgrade ourselves. And other steps from the heart. So generosity of speaking. We give people encouragement. Very good. But this encouragement, try to have the power whereby really these persons feel the comfort. The same thing, face expression. It's just like now when I talk, I can see faces and I can see that you nod your head. So in a way is that you are giving your generosity to me, that I can feel that you are listening, you are thinking, right? Yeah. So that's the reason why is that when we interact with people, actually, sometimes we don't even need to say something. Our face expression, our body energy, we can feel it. You can feel it. So we have beginners in this study group. We also have members that have with us for years. So for beginners, start with the simple thing. I'm not asking you to start to use your heart now, but start with simple thing, at least to, okay, say good words. I have to remember, try not to say anything that hurt other people. Try not to have any face expression whereby people don't feel comfortable. And how do we do so? Just think about it. If somebody say this thing to me and I feel uncomfortable, I don't say this thing to another person. Somebody give me an expression, face expression that when I look at it, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. I feel being hurt. Then we ourselves don't have this face expression, show it to other people. So in Chinese Buddhism, we always say that, oh, we must do something for other people. But actually, this is quite broad. Let's make it more practical is that, come back to me. If I don't want to be treated in this way, I don't treat other people in this way. Make it simple, more direct. More direct. Okay, oh yeah, Paul, you have something to say?
If I have a question regarding, let's say you're very busy, then this person keeps on bothering you. How do you politely tell that person without showing angry face or like that?
Okay, let me tell you something. I also want to share this thing with you. I smile a lot right now, right? But when I start to do work on the computer, especially I need to do accounting for my temple in Boston. So I need to rush out financial report for the headquarters. I believe Member Yoling know that we need to rush out a financial report for the headquarters, events report, all kinds of reports. So when I seriously work on the laptop, nobody dare to come near to me because my face looks very fierce. Very fierce. I know it because before I became a nun, I already have this problem. After I become a nun, I still have this problem. So I always say that I need to have a mirror that put in front of me. But I get a bit worried. If I put a mirror in front of me, I worry that the devotees will say that, "Ayo, this venerable become a nun already, still look at the mirror all the time." So I don't dare to look at the mirror in front of me, put a mirror in front of me. But that's my problem when I get really focused on something. My face expression very bad. And also, when people come to me and I need to rush out something, my face expression also not very good. And when they look at me and I look at them, without awareness, I will say that, "What do you want?" Very, very rude, right? 你想做什么? Very rude, right? So I thought of all kinds of ways. You know why? I thought of using a earpiece. So I told my devotees and my venerable, when I plug in the earpiece, means that I am doing something that I need to focus on. So when you look at the earpiece, don't come near me. If you really, 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 really something seriously want to let me know about it, then you take a piece of paper and write urgent, and then come into my face And I told them, I said that you use the piece of paper, block your face. Let me see the paper. And you don't see my face. Because at that time, if I look up, my face won't look good. So, but I know that it's urgent. Then I will adjust my face expression. So you are right, is that when we are really focused with our work or busy with something, it's difficult for us to have a good look on the face. But if we, at least we are aware, we find ways to reduce the situation whereby we accidentally hurt the persons that comes to us. So in my room as well, when if I'm not feeling well, I will report to my boss and says that I'm not feeling well. I work in my room. I still finish my work, but I will work in my room. I let you know because I do not want you to see my face because I can't smile when I'm not feeling well. Yeah. So at least let the people besides you know about your situation. If they don't understand, there's nothing we can do, right? But at least let them understand that I'm busy right now. And if they really in urgent, we still have to respond to them. Okay. Okay. I want to share with another situation of generosity. I don't know whether you know about this term called homeless people. You know, I don't know whether in Philippines you have these homeless people. Have? Yes. Very, okay. Homeless people. Anybody don't know about homeless people? Okay. Let me share with you a brief explanation about homeless people. In America, there are some people that are unwilling to work, and they unwilling to go to find a shelter to sleep, a home to sleep, but they will go on the street and sleep on the street. Sleep on the street. They don't want to work. They can work, but they choose not to work. They can have a shelter because in America, there are a lot of charity group. They really build the shelter for these people, but they don't want to, they prefer to stay under the highway, under the bridge, anywhere, but not under a shelter. So these homeless people, most of them have, they can work, can earn a living, but they don't want to. So there are charity whereby they receive donation, food, and then money, and then they will give this food to these homeless people, and ends up in America, a lot of homeless people. And in San Francisco has a lot of homeless people. And one day, the government says that, well, San Francisco is a tourist area. We have so many homeless people. In this case, we are going to arrange a budget and build a few shelter and bring all these homeless people to the shelter. At least they don't just live anywhere they want. And ends up, these homeless people, they go for protests. They go to strike. They protest. Why they protest? They say that it's their right to be homeless people. It's my right. I don't want to stay in the shelter. You can't force me to stay in the shelter. It's my right to hang around. So they want the government to shut down the shelter. That's America. Do you want to stay in America? So let me ask you something. Will you donate money or food to the homeless people? Will you? In America, they donate and ends up a lot of homeless people. But if you don't donate, then but they don't have a job. They don't have a job. If we don't donate money and food, they don't have a job. They don't have food. So will you donate or will you not donate?
So for we tried one time during the pandemic. We tried going around. We had bread from the temple. We had bags of bread, and we brought it around because there were people in the streets, just sleeping in the streets, and having no food. So we brought bread and water, and just gave them. We went around. I went with my friend John in a car because we were giving out food to. We had a pantry, like community pantry, and the excess food, the bread, we brought it around and gave it to the people on the streets. They were just, they're lying in the streets, and it's hot, so we don't know if they've eaten or not. So we just go down. But I realized that there are some also that were, when we gave them the food, they were not willing to take it. They just looked at us, and then like they were not happy that we were giving them food. And also, but most of the people who did not have food, who were there, most of them accepted and were very grateful. But there were some who there was one lady in particular, I remember, that because she looked like she was hungry, so I went to her and gave her the food, and she said, no, I'm not hungry, I don't need that food, you just give it to someone else, like that. So I respected what she said, and I said, okay, thank you, but maybe you want to eat it later. You might want to keep it for now, and then you can eat it later. And she said, no, I don't want it, just give it to someone. So like this. So what I did was I just brought it with me and gave it to the next person that probably needed it. So yeah, we tried doing the donations during the pandemic. We went around in our cars bringing food, bringing bread.
Okay. How about others? What do you think? Will you donate and create more people that are willing to work and just take food, or will you not donate?
So,
yes.
Here in the Philippines, there's a lot of street children where they beg from the cars during a stoplight. And usually from January to maybe September, October, there's very few. But towards the end of the year, because it's Christmas, many people are more generous, or maybe they come from a party, they have more extra food. More people would give out food and things, and you will notice that there are more kids on the street during these days. So I guess that's what you're trying to say, that sometimes we're encouraging them to beg for more just because we keep on giving to them. And yeah, it's true that in fact in the Philippines there's a law. I don't know if it's the Philippines or at least in Cebu, there's a law that that we should not do that. It's called the anti-mendicant law. We have that. But people, they continue to give. Yeah.
Yes. And I will comment on this later. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Yes, thank you very much. You get what I'm trying to say. Peter.
Yeah, just to answer Venerable's question, I probably wouldn't donate in accordance with the information you provided. I think the point you're trying to make is to use wisdom and make sure that you know the location very well. Like Och was saying that he was donating. So maybe the homeless people in the Philippines in this area is a bit different. I just want to share really quickly, there's really not that many homeless people I can see in Taiwan. I would say it was a traumatic experience in a way. I was in Taiwan, I was on my scooter, I was riding on my scooter and I saw a guy. He looked poor, but you could see his foot is completely covered in blood. Completely covered in blood. It was fresh blood. It wasn't dry blood. It looked like a fresh wound. And he was just walking into the middle of the road with a bowl. And at that moment, I felt absolutely terrible for him because you could feel the pain because you see someone bleeding in front of you. It would have been, he was a big guy, and the gash would have been about this long. But when I saw it like it doesn't like it because I'm a health professional. I saw it and I went like, I don't think it's a real wound. I think it's like a man-made wound. Like he wasn't in an accident or anything. Because in Taiwan, if you guys, I'm not sure about Philippines. And so when someone's in an accident, it should be everywhere. But for him, it's just one area. So I made the educated guess not to donate to him. I still wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, even afterwards. There were other people that rode their scooter up to him and gave him some donation, and I was thinking like it's probably not the best thing. But anyway, I went home, and a few weeks later, I saw him at the same intersection, and I knew that I did the right thing because I knew that that was his place that he's going to cover himself to get money. But the only thing I did was I donated to the temple on his behalf. I just told Advocate Ishvara, please, this is for him. That I wish that his good things for him in the future.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is something that why I mentioned about this is because there are a lot of situation happens in the society, and a lot of it's not just fake type of things, but rather they are trying to use the kindness of we human beings and to create a lot of illegal actions and even bring in a lot of harm to other people. So like in India, I don't know whether you folks ever travel to India for pilgrimage, but when we travel to India for pilgrimage, our tour guide will tell us, says that, please don't donate money to those kids that run to you. Yeah, don't say that, oh, they are so poor, they look so weak, you give money to them. You know why? Because of our so-called generosity by donating money to these kids, a lot of people, that they actually have a gang. They even have an organization. They kidnap the kids. They kidnap the kids and force them to be the beggar, or they even actually chop down their hands or their legs. So it become a, what you call it, a illegal group that create because they use our kindness as a way to earn money. So you might ask is that, Shifu, in this way is that when I look at this person's really, really so miserable, if I don't donate, I feel my heart really like squeezing. I feel so sad. But if I donate, am I helping those people creating more illegal action? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Actually, you just go as according to your heart. Why I say so is that if you really think that I do not want to, actually indirectly helping these people to do illegal thing, when you don't donate, then you make a decision, I don't donate, you don't regret. You don't turn your head and say that, ayo, I should donate. You don't do so. When you decided not to donate, you don't donate. However, if you really feel so bad, you really want to donate. When you donate, then you don't think about any illegal thing. We're just very pure. I donate money. That's it. Don't think of, oh yeah, if I donate this money, they will use this money for what, or something about that. So it's difficult. This society, this world is a very challenging world. There are good things, there are evil things, there are all kinds of things. So that's why we call it the samsara.
She forgot cut off.
Sorry, I'm back. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it because of my internet? Sorry again. So I come back to what I say is that, so very simple. If you donate, just donation. That's it. If you don't donate, don't donate. Okay? Okay. Any comments, any questions before I pursue to the next unrighteous generosity?
So
I just want to
to what you mentioned, I think Peter's example is a good example where if you are in doubt, just donate to the temple and dedicate merits to the person.
I think that one is also good. I agree with this. And transfer the merits to this person.
Yes.
Yes.
For me,
Paul.
Shifu, yeah. By principle, when I see beggars in the street, by principle, I don't give money. If I have food, then I give the food. But if they're like selling something like cloth, to wipe the car, or something like that, then I buy from them because at least they made an effort. They didn't just like beg for money. So for those, I will buy, but not give money. That's more me.
I also remember one time I was riding in the car and there's a sifu with us. And then when the sifu saw the kid on the window begging, sifu doesn't have anything to give, so she just said, "Omitofo." She said, "Omitofo."
Yes. It's a blessing.
Yes.
Yes, it's a blessing.
So in short, we can give even if we don't have anything.
Even we don't have anything, but at least we do a blessing for this person, and hopefully this person are able to move out from this challenging situation. Actually, our if we are living in an okay life, there are a lot of people are living in a very miserable life. So if we are able to help, we can help, but always apply one more thing in with wisdom. Apply with wisdom. Observe first, and then see the situation. And when you make a decision, you want to help or you don't want to help, you make a decision, then do it and don't look back. Because if you look back, you start to think of more things, make yourself more complicated, right? Don't think so much. When you want to do something, you think it, well, okay, I do it, that's it. Make it simple. Okay? Okay, so I want to move to another topic about unrighteous generosity. Let me ask you something. In Philippines, I don't know whether in Philippines have it or not. Do you ever see fake monk?
Yes.
Yes, fake monk, Buddhist monk, I'm saying.
Yes, Sipo.
Yes, yeah.
We saw, and they're wearing the similar robes as Pokwang-san. So people were asking me, are they your monks? I said, no, our monks don't go out begging because it's the devotees donate to the temple, and then the temple take care of the monks, so they don't need to go out begging for like this. Yeah, but we do, Sipo, and I even was able to have breakfast with one because my teacher for Tai Chi took him. He was pity. Took pity of the monk and brought him to breakfast.
Okay, let me share with you something. Because I don't know about the situation in Philippines. because you mentioned something is that the temple will take care of the monks, their daily meal or something. But in many places, a lot of monastic, they themselves stay in one house and they do their cultivation. Some of them, they have devotees, but some of them, they don't have. So that's why monks actually travel around. Fo Guangshan we are a big congregation. So that's why in Fo Guangshan, we have a temple, we have monks and nuns in the congregation. And the temple really take care of everything for us. But not all monks or nuns, that's not Fo Guangshan people. They have this really this good karma taken care by the Fo Guangshan. So a lot of monks and nuns, they really need to go out for alms round, especially like in Thailand, in Sri Lanka, even in not even in like Sri Lanka, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, they need to go for alms round. But how do we know that which people wearing this robe are real monks or nuns? How can you tell? How can you tell? Because they're wearing the same robe. They shave off their hairs. So how can you tell this person is a real monks or nuns? Erwin, you have something to say?
I saw on the video the lady asked the monk to recite the Heart Sutra.
Heart Sutra very easy to recite. How about the 大悲咒, the compassionate Dharani? Yeah, that one is more difficult. Interesting, yes. But how do we know? So if a person wearing this a Thai monk robe come to you, a Thai monk robe come to you and ask for donation, again, will you give or will you not give? And how do you differentiate it? I say that, okay, this is a real one, this is not a real one. Do you know? No? Let me share with you. This is something I always share with the devotees, because I don't know that in Philippines you also have fake monk, but in Toronto, Boston, New York, LA, every part in North America, every city in North America, they always have fake monastic. So the devotees will ask is that, Shifu, how do we know? So this is not something I always share with the devotees. I say that it's very simple. It's quite simple. The clothing, they can wear it, right? They can also wear the monastic shoe. So clothing is easy to say that, okay, I can change it. In the daytime, I wear the monastic clothing and I do alms round, get the donation. In the nighttime, I took off everything and I can go to casino and gamble, right? So clothing's, then the next thing is that shaving the hairs. Anyone can shave the hairs too, right? So nothing special about shaving the hair. So if a person shave hairs, wear robes, easy to change. But there's a few things you can differentiate from their appearance. First is that if you see a so-called Buddhist monk wearing gold necklace, wearing a gold ring, then this is not a real monastic. Because as according to the monastic precepts, we're not supposed to wear all this, right? So if you see, a shifu wearing a very thick type of gold necklace, out. A venerable wear a jade ring, very big, or blue diamond. A venerable wearing a diamond. Can you imagine it? 像话吗? So diamond, no. Jade, also no. So these two. They can wear the chanting beads, fine. But if the chanting beads mix from gold or diamond, also no. Okay. So this is another thing. The other one is that a monastic, they basically, they have the a kind of body language. A kind of body language means that when they talk to a person, I use this example. Let's say if you come to me or I come to you and I say that, Peter, I see Peter, this guy, say, oh, I need some donation from you. And Peter says that, oh, okay, I give $10 to this nun. And the nun, me, look at the $10 and I say that, do you think that $10 can buy a good meal? Huh? Not even enough for a Burger King or McDonald's. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a chanting beads. This will protect you from danger. The price for this is what? $100. Buy it. If a monastic or a person that comes to you with this appearance and do this thing, say that your donation is not enough, you need to give me more. This is against our monastic precepts. Why? Monastic is that whatever you give it to us, we cannot say that, oh, 太少了, too few, not enough. We cannot say that. Unless you say that, 师父, is it enough for you? Then we can say that, oh, it might not be enough. If you don't say anything, we cannot ask for more, especially the donations to us. To the temple is different story. But to us personal, we cannot ask for more. This is one thing. Second thing is that we cannot force someone to buy things. And if this person even say that if you don't buy this, you will have bad luck. The thunder will come to you. The striking will come to you. Ayo. Then this is completely not a real one. So it's very difficult. Yes, from how they say things, from what they wear, So if let's say they don't wear a monastic shoe, but rather they wear a very, very expensive shoe, then you'll be wondering is that how come the monk wears such an expensive shoe? I don't even have money to buy such an expensive shoe, and he got it. He is wearing it. So again, this is no. So when we do the donation, again, come back to the previous topic that we talked, is that if we keep on donating, then actually we are encouraging people to be a fake monk. Because just imagine on the street, just one person give $1. What I'm saying is US dollar. $1, 50 people will have $50. Actually, we are encouraging more fake people, entity comes out. So again, come back to is that righteous or unrighteous needs wisdom. We need to really use what we learn from the Buddha, what we learn from the Dharma, what we learn from the Sangha in our daily life. When you learn, you use this in your daily life, you realize something is that you know what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. You're not a person that's blind and just follow. You're persons that you know, and then you make your decision. The unique things about Buddhism is that we are the master of ourselves. Buddha is just a teacher that guides us. We make the decision because we are clear. The more we learn, the more you are clear with all kinds of situations, and you make a decision yourself. And you know that when I make this decision, there will be certain consequences, cause and effect. That's called, when I do something, there's always something's a result, effect. So when you're clear with this, no matter what you make, you won't feel that, oh yeah, how come I'm so foolish? You won't, because you are clear. And that's the purpose of learning the Dharma, because we are clear. We make the decision ourselves with our clear mind. Okay, so any comments, any questions before I pass it back to Venerable Yoling, because now it's already 9:21. Any comments? Okay, if you have no comments, let me do a short wrap up and I pass back to Venerable Yoling. Is that hopefully in tonight's Q&A, actually we talk now. When we talk, hopefully there's some inspiration that that you have when during this dialogue. And you can see that in my background. You can see my background. This is called Dharma with Streaming, Nagarjuna Bhikshu Sutra. So this is the sutra that actually I have with some of the members in North America and also in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore about dialogue. In Buddhism, need to talk, not just listen. You need to talk in order to cultivate your wisdom in here. The more you think, the more you are able to clarify it. But again, don't think of unnecessary thing. Always think in a positive mind, in a mind of the Triple Gem, in the mind of the Four Noble Truths, Three Dharma Seal, and Eightfold Path. Maybe this is quite difficult for some people. But anyway, for three goodness and four giving, make it simple. Okay? Okay, so I pass this back to Venerable Yoling for her to do the ending. Sorry, Fasten.
Thank you again, Venerable Chen. I think tonight we have very relaxing section. We were just like what teacher say, just talk lang. in Malaysia and Singapore we say la. In Philippines we say lang. talk lang. Okay. While reading the Buddha Dhamma, pure and simple, I really amazed with what our Venerable Master Xing is. He's always brave because this topic, he just want to bring out this Prince Sudana Sutra. It is not really proper and give awareness to us. We have to really check on what is unrighteous generosity. And tonight we have many sharings and many people, most of you already share your experience and how do we really look up to when problems come and all. I also want to share some joke. Normally, it's very common in the Philippines when we say the street children. Even sometimes when you go down to the car, the street children will come to you and then they just open up their palms and hoping that you will give them donation. And one time when I just went down to the car, the children came to me, and what I did is I also opened up my palms and they are not expect, and they got shocked, and few of them run away because I'm the one who asked them for the donation. So like many others, I was asking also this question to my teacher before when I was in the Buddhist college. What if give is kind of support them to do this, but if not give, also sometimes we feel so pity. And then the master say, you can palm pamja and omitofo. That's a blessing. So until now we are still practicing this. And of course, if I have food, I will share with them. Yeah. And very common here, like today, we also share the abundance of joy to the construction workers. And last week, we shared abundance of joy to our neighbors in the Mabuhay Temple. And also Master Yohoy. By the way, Master Yohoy is new arrival in the Philippines. Master Yohe, you want to say something?
Okay, I don't usually talk, but yeah, today's class I was really relaxing, and I didn't. I have been declaration my Dharma service. I was really tired, but today, thank you for Venerable Jay Chen. Her leading was really nice, and I was very excited, and I laughed a lot. So thank you.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you, Master. Now let's have dedication of merits. We hope that what we have learned today, we are not just learning how to be generous, but then we have to learn to be wisdom also with generosity.
Thank you very much. Let's have a photo. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more lotus flower. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Venerable Chechen, thank you very much for the sharing today. And I'd like you to know that I watched all your videos under YouTube Fokongsan Boston, but I wondered why it stopped for a year already. So apparently you've been transferred. So if you have more YouTube videos, especially English talk, do let me know so I can watch it again. And
Actually, there is
sorry.
a Fo Kwang Shan English YouTube channel.
yeah, I watched that also, but I like her talk also, very more in depth.
I put in the YouTube. You just type in my name, Venerable Jay Chen. I put in the classes that I taught before, the Heart Sutra, the Diamond Sutra, the history of Indian Buddhism, and now I'm teaching the Nagasena Bhikshu Sutra. I put it all in the YouTube. So if you guys are interested, and also Buddhism 101, Humanistic Buddhism 101. I put it in the YouTube. You can go there and you just click on it and you can find it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Venerable.
Bye bye.
Anyway, we will have two sessions start from next week, and then we will resume on January 5. See you. Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas.
New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.